banks of the Brazos, it's Big 12 softball as Texas takes on Baylor. Hi, everyone. Welcome inside Getterman Stadium. John Morris alongside former Baylor standout Jordan Strickland. Jordan, the Lady Bears today looking for a win in this series. Texas has 2 shutouts to their credit in the first 2 games so far.
Yeah, Texas has played really well this weekend, and Baylor's having a hard time kind of coming alive. So I would love to see them wake up the bats today and just have a clean defensive outing for a chance to win this game.
8-0 Texas in Austin on Friday night was the final. Yesterday here in Waco, it was a 6-0 Longhorns victory. Baylor was shut out on 4 hits yesterday, and Texas got enough offense to get the victory, including 4 runs in the 3rd inning, 2 more in the 7th inning to make it a 6-0 final. Baylor uncharacteristically had 4 errors in that game yesterday.
Yeah, we were looking at the stats, and Emily and Goose both only had one error throughout the whole season, and yesterday each recorded 2. So really need them to, just go back to who they are and play strong today.
That's the way things ended up yesterday. Molly Jacobson, a complete game victory in the circle for Texas. Again, Baylor had just 4 hits, all singles off of Jacobson in the game. But today is a new day, and it is senior day here at Baylor. So we'll see if the Lady Bears can get a victory in this series. A lot wrapped up into this game. Final game of the regular season. Gia Rodoni, one of the super seniors, will start in the circle for Baylor. And, just trying to get some positive momentum heading into the postseason, the Big 12 tournament next week in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, this is what you would call your final tune-up heading into postseason.
This way, Baylor lines up defensively in the field. Taylor Ellis at 3rd. It is Aaliyah Benford at short. Emily Hott at 2nd. Goose McGlon at 1st. Zadie LaValle behind the plate. Lou Gilbert in left. Hannah Smith in center. And Josie Bauer in right for Baylor. And there's a good look at Gia Rodoni in the circle. The senior right-hander, 11-8 on the season. She was tagged with the loss in Austin on Friday night, a 3.50 ERA. It's her 30th appearance on the year, her 23rd start. She's got 10 complete games. She's pitched 132 innings on the year. Opponents hitting .274 off of Gia Rodoni. Another stat which is impressive, 125 strikeouts, only 41 walks. So a really good strikeout to walk ratio for Gia Rodoni.
Yeah, absolutely. She's going to get the strikes, and she's going to keep them off base in terms of walks, which is always great for a pitcher.
Janae Jefferson leads off for Texas. Jefferson, the second baseman. Give you the lineup for UT. Their batting lineup coming up in just a moment. Baylor's infield is pulled in here. See the numbers on the edge of the outfield grass. Those signify the seniors playing their final game here at Getterman Stadium today for Baylor. They were recognized in short form before the game. The more extended senior recognition comes after the game here at Getterman Stadium. Good group, large group, 8 seniors being recognized today. Here's the lineup for the Longhorns. Janae Jefferson batting first. She'll play second. Shannon Rhodes in center field. She's batting second. Lauren Burke in left field batting third. Mary Iacopo behind the plate. She'll bat cleanup. Taylor Ellsworth in right field batting 5th. Colleen Sullivan in the DP role today batting 6th. Mackenzie Parker at short batting 7th. J.J. Smith will play first base and bat 8th. And Camille Corona will play third base and bat 9th for Texas. Here's a liner into left field, a sharp single off the bat of Janae Jefferson to lead off this game today. And an historic hit for Janae Jefferson, career hit number 254. She ties the Texas school record with that single leading off the game.
Wow, that is amazing. And Janae has been fantastic this season and this series. She's had multiple hits in both games this series, and is doing just what she does and getting on base and scoring runs.
Yeah, 4 for 8 on the weekend for Jefferson. The bunt fielded by McGlon. They get the out at first base. Throw down to second. Jefferson steps back safely.
Really nice sacrifice bunt there as well. Great job just moving the runner, doing a job. And Shannon's not used to that in that role. You normally see her as a power hitter, so really great selfless effort there.
One down in the inning. Lauren Burke to the plate. Jefferson ties the record of Bridget Washington. 254 career hits at 2011 to 2014. Burke 1 for 6 on the weekend against Baylor pitching, hitting .311 on the season. Left-hand bat for Coach Mike White, who stands in the third base coaching box. Pitches outside. 1-0 the count on, or 2-0 the count on Burke at the plate. Rodoni delivers, off-speed pitch, swinging, strike one.
Beautiful pitch there by Gia.
That is so effective. She's got the fastball, but the changeup, the off-speed, is probably, I don't know, 15, close to 20 miles per hour slower, isn't it?
Yeah, that one rang in at 53. And normally Gia's throwing 65 plus, so to be able to change speeds like that is so tough for these hitters to adjust in such a short amount of time.
One outside, it's a 3-1 count on Lauren Burke. Runner at second is Janae Jefferson. Just getting underway, first inning here in Waco. Pitch by Rodoni. That is a called strike two. Rodoni goes after hitters as well, as evidenced by her 125 strikeouts in 132 innings. So it's a 3-2 count to Burke. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, she stays alive. A little rain shower came through earlier today, this morning about 10:15. It was short, but it was powerful, and it moved on through. We've got overcast skies, and hopefully we'll be able to complete this game without delay today.
Yeah, if it could stay like this, it would be a great day for softball.
Would not be bad, exactly. We don't have the wind we had yesterday here in Waco. Off-speed pitch, swinging, strike three, but ball pops out of the mitt of LaValle, and Burke is going to be safe at first base. LaValle reached down, just couldn't get hold of the softball, so Burke is aboard. Texas has runners at first and second. Here's Mary Iacopo, the catcher for UT, 1 for 5 on the weekend. Right-hand bat facing the righty, Gia Rodoni. Which is inside, ball one to her.
Baylor has an interesting defensive setup right now. Mary just squared to bunt, but you see Taylor Ellis still pretty far back on the corners there. So I'm assuming they're going to have Zadie pop out and try to cover that bunt, which is tough.
Very much so. But with runners at first and second, Ellis. Now they're going to change that a little bit. Ellis a couple of steps in front of the bag.
Yeah, Janae is a threat to steal, so it's really such a tough spot for this Baylor defense to be in.
Iacopo shows bunt, pulls it back, pops it up. Left field, Lou Gilbert is there. Gilbert makes the catch. Jefferson bluffs coming to third. Nice throw by Gilbert. We'll keep the runners where they are with the second out here in the top of the first inning. Two down with two on, and Taylor Ellsworth to the plate, the right fielder for UT. Nice touch by both these programs on Friday night in Austin, senior night for the Longhorns. They recognize their seniors. They recognize the Baylor seniors in Austin on Friday. And today, senior day for the Lady Bears. They recognize the Texas seniors here today.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of friendships amongst these teams, a lot of history even before college. So really nice to see them to be able to celebrate this huge milestone in each of their careers.
One pitch to Ellsworth is a called strike two. Ellsworth 2 for 4 on the weekend.
Ellsworth had the big play off the wall. She had a great hit yesterday off the center field wall, and Hannah Smith was able to turn around and get her at second, which was great, but also great hit as well, just like this one.
Down the right field line, but foul. So Ellsworth returns to the plate. Janae Jefferson back to second. Lauren Burke back to first. The way you score that on Lauren Burke is it is a strikeout, so a strikeout, but then it's a wild pitch that allows her to get to first base. 0-2 the count on Ellsworth. Rodoni delivers. That's up high, ball one. 84 degrees, a little bit muggy here in Waco. As we mentioned, not near that wind we had yesterday. That was 30 to 35 miles an hour out of the south yesterday. Grounder to third. Ellis will throw on to first to retire Ellsworth and the Longhorns here in the first. Texas strands a couple of runners. Baylor coming to bat. We got Baylor and Texas, Big 12 softball from Waco. Baylor comes to bat, bottom of the first inning here at Getterman Stadium. Here's the way Texas lines up defensively. That's Janae Jefferson playing second base, J.J. Smith at first. Kenzie Parker at short, Camille Corona plays third. Mary Iacopo, the catcher for UT. Lauren Burke in left field, Shannon Rhodes in center. Taylor Ellsworth got a great running catch last night to rob Baylor of a potential extra base hit. Ellsworth is in right field. Shaylin O'Leary in the circle, the sophomore right-hander for Texas. She got the win over Baylor in impressive fashion on Friday night, Jordan.
Yeah, Shay had a great game on Friday. She pitched 5 innings, had a couple strikeouts and 2 walks, and kept Baylor off the board.
So O'Leary back after starting the series opener for Texas, like Gia Rodoni is for Baylor after starting on Friday in Austin. Here's Baylor's lineup. Coach Glenn Moore has Lou Gilbert hitting first. Left field, Emily Hott at second base, batting second. Goose McGlon bats third, playing first base. Aaliyah Benford at short, batting fourth. Josie Bauer plays right field and bats fifth. Taylor Ellis at third, batting sixth. Sydney Callazos in the designated player role, batting seventh. Zadie LaValle catching and batting eighth, and Hannah Smith in center field, batting ninth for Baylor. Pitch is away. It's ball and 2 strikes to Lou Gilbert, who is 1 for 6 on the weekend against Texas pitching. Not a lot of hits to go around for Baylor. They had just 2 on Friday night. They lost the 8-0 6-inning game in Austin on Friday, and then 4 hits yesterday by Baylor in a 6-0 Texas win.
Yeah, Baylor bats have been a little quiet this weekend. Texas clearly did a great job of studying up and knowing these hitters. Lou Gilbert and Emily Hott at the top of the Baylor lineup have been on tears, each of them, and Texas has really subdued them.
Speed pitch just misses. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lou Gilbert. 348 the average for Gilbert beginning play today. Leading average among the available players. Nikki Dawson still sits there at 394, but Nikki's out with that thumb injury. She is suited out today. Kind of was fun to see Nikki suited out. We do not expect her to play, just ready for the senior day recognition.
Yeah, we were scrambling to find out, is she playing? We're excited, let's go. And I think she's just, here to celebrate senior day and go out in style, if you will.
2-2 pitch, hit her. That looked like it hit the face mask on the batting helmet of Lou Gilbert. She appears to be okay, trots down to first base. Adjusts that helmet again. Here's another look.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow. Thank goodness for that face mask on the helmet.
Absolutely. Nonetheless, we have a leadoff on board.
They put a new ball in play there. Dented that softball when it hit the face mask. But yes, leadoff hitter aboard for Baylor. Lou Gilbert hit by the pitch. Here is Emily Hott. Has been swinging the hottest bat for Baylor. Had a 29-game on-base streak that was snapped on Friday night. Started a new one yesterday. Hott was 1 for 3 yesterday with a first-inning single. 324 her average on the season. Joe's bunt with Gilbert at first base. Infield is in. That is ball 1 to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Baylor 27-17 on the season as we play this regular season finale. They're 8-8 in the Big 12. They're locked into 4th place and the 4th seed in next weekend's Big 12 tournament. Which is fouled back on the bunt attempt. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Texas has locked up the number 3 seed in the tournament. They are 37-9. They are 11-6 in the Big 12. Texas an RPI of 12. Baylor is sitting at 32. Both, you would think, in line for a postseason action in the NCAA. Texas likely to host.
Yeah, I would say if they finish this weekend strong and have a great showing in the Big 12 tournament, they should be locked in there at that 12 seed or higher and secure a host for a regional. Which is always fun for a team to have that home field advantage.
This one is grounded into right field by Jefferson, a base hit. Gilbert has to hold at second base. So first 2 reach base for the Lady Bears here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Ott aboard at first base, and Lou Gilbert moves on to second.
Really nice execution there. It looks like that might have been a hit and run. You see a slight pause, but it looks like Lou was already on her way. So really great job there by Emily, just punching that into right field.
Brings up Goose McGlon, one of the seniors, playing her final game in Getterman Stadium today. Shea O'Leary looks down and pitches. This one's popped up, and easy pickings for the catcher, Mary Iacopo. What you don't want to do is pop up on a bunt attempt, and that is the first out here at the bottom of the 1st.
Yeah, that's one of the most frustrating things as a player is you just are so mad at yourself when you do that. And you could see Goose as she walked off just not happy with that performance.
First out of the inning here is Aaliyah Benford for the Lady Bears. 1 for 5 on the weekend. Benford out of New Braunfels. Started the game yesterday at shortstop, finished the game in the circle, and did really well taking over for Sydney Holman Manziel.
She did. She did a really nice job, was super effective with her pitching, and yeah, really proud of her just to be able to do it all.
That's here with 1 out, 2 on, bottom of the 1st inning. Baylor looking for the early edge on the Lady Longhorns, or on the Longhorns, looking for their first run of the weekend, really. Baylor's been shut out the first 2 games. It's grounded foul up the first base line. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes on Benford. Benford waits in the right-hand batter's box. Shea O'Leary, the righty, delivers. There's a swinging strike 3. Blew that one by her. Strikeout today by O'Leary, and it's out number 2 in the bottom of the 1st.
Right fielder number 44, Josie Bauer.
Brings up Josie Bauer for the Lady Bears. The right fielder is 0 for 5 on the weekend against Texas pitching.
Josie's had some good hits. They've just kind of been snake bitten. Right field, Ellsworth made a really great play on one yesterday.
That was the one. Probably it would have been a double had Ellsworth not tracked it down. But she made a great play to rob Josie Bauer. First pitch fouled away. 0-1 count. Again, 2 down, 2 on for Baylor in the bottom of the 1st inning. Just getting started. Baylor and Texas, the series finale, the regular season finale today. Called strike 2 to Bauer. Lou Gilbert at second base. She was hit by a pitch. Emily Hott grounded a single into right field. She remains at first base. The pitch is line foul down the third base line. Didn't hit our cameraman. Very agile getting out of the way. It did hit his camera, shielded by some rain protection. Everybody's okay. Easy to say from safety of the booth.
Right.
All good. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Takes this one up high. It's a ball and 2 strikes now to Josie Bauer. 12 tournament is next weekend, 14th and 15th in Oklahoma City. Positions and the seeds all being finalized this weekend. A lot of eyes on this series, a lot of eyes on Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Their final game taking place in Stillwater. Off, and she is safe at third base. That was Lou Gilbert who baited the throw down to second base, then sprinted, slid in safely at third. Very aggressive on the base paths. Both runners move up.
A really great read there by Lou. Just a fun player to watch. That's awesome. You hear the fans getting on their feet, and that allowed Emily to move over as well. So now we have 2 in scoring position with 2 outs.
Well done there, trying to be aggressive. Pitch to Bauer, loops this one to the shortstop, and Parker makes the grab, and that is the inning. Baylor strands a couple of base runners. In the bottom of the first is Texas. Oh, here's some key dates. Championship week is ahead, May 11th through the 16th. The selection show for the NCAA softball tournament on May 16th. Then on to the regionals, super regionals, and the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. Both these teams have designs on not only the tournament, but possibly making it to the World Series. Check swing, slow grounder off the bat of Colleen Sullivan. Fielded nicely by Aaliyah Benford, and she'll throw her out. One pitch, she reached on an error. She walked, was hit by a pitch. Actually, she was officially 0 for 1 and on base all 3 times. Caitlin Washington hit for her in the 7th inning. So for an 0 for 1 day, she was getting on base.
Yeah, that's a great day.
Yeah. 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. This Texas team on a school record pace for home runs. They have 70 total on the year. School record is 88. It just misses, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now to Parker.
Yeah, I think they've got a few personal home run records on the lookout, Shannon Rhodes being one of those. But we really haven't seen any. Actually, we haven't seen any this weekend. A little quiet.
We have not.
On
exactly.
the home run ball.
Well, all the home runs are taking place in Stillwater.
Yeah.
Give us an update on that game. That's game 3 in that series between a top-ranked Oklahoma and Oklahoma State.
Yeah, so the winner of that game will be the regular season Big 12 champ. And currently it's 11-8 in the bottom of the 5th inning, wow. Oklahoma. And so really wild game going on. Lots of home runs being hit up there in Stillwater.
Cowgirls won on Friday night, 6-4. Sooners bounced back to win 6-4 yesterday. So rubber game and the Big 12 championship riding on the outcome in Oklahoma's in Stillwater today. This pitch lined into left field. Gilbert reaches up, cap high, and makes the catch. And that's the second out here in the 2nd inning.
Now batting, Gilbert's baseman, number 18, J.J. Smith.
Also got game 3 of the series right behind us at Baylor Ballpark, Baylor and K-State. They have split the first 2 games of that series, and Baylor leads 4-0, 5th inning, as they're playing at Baylor Ballpark. Here's a grounder, runs up the arm of Emily Hott. And that's going to be an error that allows J.J. Smith to reach with 2 outs. Looked to be a very routine grounder. Emily Hott had 2 errors yesterday, and here's one in the 2nd inning today.
Yeah, she's had a rough go of it. And as a fellow infielder, I can totally sympathize with her. You've seen a lot of bad hops, like not a hard hit ball, but really just kind of jumped up on her at the last minute. And that's exactly what happened yesterday as well.
So the inning continues for Camille Corona, the 3rd baseman. Shows bunt, Baylor charging at 3rd and 1st, but it's foul. It's very uncharacteristic, the errors. 4 by Baylor yesterday. Two down in the inning. Smith the runner at first. A 1 count on Camille Corona at the plate. Pitch by Rodoni. Corona tries to bunt again and pushes it foul. She's down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes.
Gia's done a really nice job of finding that strike zone early today and is really painting that outside corner against most of these lefties in this Texas lineup.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouls this one off into the seats, actually beyond the seats down the third base line. So Rodoni up in the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Corona. Here is the pitch, and that is a called strike 3, and that is the inning. Second strikeout of the day for Rodoni. Texas strands a runner. Middle of the second inning, scoreless. Baylor, that's in 40 games, or in 39 games coming into the weekend. She had 2 yesterday and 1 here already today.
Yeah, that's tough, and you know it's just mentally weighing on her, especially to only have had 1 this whole season previously. That's totally overcomable, if that's a word, but
yeah.
she will be just fine, just has to get out of her head and attack those ground balls coming at her.
So Taylor Ellis leads off the second for Baylor. One of the seniors on senior day here at Gatterman Stadium. What a career for the versatile Taylor Ellis. Lines this one into left field, a base hit. Second inning in a row, Baylor has put their leadoff hitter on base. That extends the hitting streak to 10 games, a career-high hitting streak for Taylor Ellis.
That's great. You love to see seniors show out on their senior weekend, especially Taylor Ellis. A great career here. She's a local kid, so all of Waco just cheering her on today.
So Baylor with the leadoff runner aboard. There she is at first base. Sydney Callazos to the plate. Callazos in the DP role to start the game. Tries to bunt her ahead and pushes it back foul. Callazos, as you see, the freshman from Georgetown. Came in yesterday in a pinch hitting role and had a single. Hot shot back to the pitcher, which she was able to beat out. Called strike 2 on Callazos. 114 her average on the season. This one is popped up. Shallow center field, maybe trouble. Going out and making the catch is Mackenzie Parker, the shortstop, and she collides with Shannon Rhodes coming in. Boy, good job by Parker to make that catch even despite the collision.
Yeah, that is a tough play for all parties involved. You see, that is really a square. You've got right field, second base, center field, shortstop, all charging at that. I'm sure they're all calling it. That's a really tough play. Great job by Parker to just hold on to it.
Janae Jefferson, the second baseman, sort of backed off at the last second.
Yeah.
She's going to cover the bag. It wasn't a true collision there. They sort of clipped each other. But a good job by Parker to make that catch. Brings up Baylor catcher Zadie LaValle. First pitch ball 1 to LaValle. 0 for 5 on the weekend.
And O'Leary's really painting that same corner for righties and lefties. It's outside to your lefties, inside to your righties, but she's kind of found that sweet spot for her today, and it's working.
O'Leary on the season, we told you 11-3, 1.88 ERA. Opponents hitting just .216 off of her. She's got a very good strikeout to walk ratio also. 92 strikeouts, 25 walks coming in today. Pitch misses, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike now.
I think that's probably one of the most impressive things about these Texas pitchers is they're not really the superstar. They're letting the defense play and they're letting the defense get the outs. the big story at Texas this year was Miranda Ellis did not return to play, who was their big pitcher, also a big hitter. And these other pitchers have really stepped up and still led this team to a top-ranked team and just let their defense play.
3-1, grounded into right field, a base hit. Ellis will have to hold at second base. Very similar to the start of the first inning. Baylor has 2 on with 1 out. Threatening to take an early lead in this game. Right now it's 0-0.
Yeah, and Coach Moore's been wanting the bottom of this lineup to wake up. So this is a great start for them. You love to see Zadie kind of wake her bat up, and we've been missing her bat the last few weeks. So great to see her come around on one.
Conference in the circle and one outside the circle. Mike White, his 3rd season at Texas, 12th as a head coach, came to Austin from Eugene, Oregon, was coach of the Oregon Ducks. Steve Singleton in his 2nd season and assistant. Megan Bartlett in her 1st season at Texas and assistant. Courtney Gettins, the volunteer assistant for UT. So Baylor really hitting the ball better today in just the first 2 innings than we've seen Friday night or yesterday.
Yeah, they're being a lot more aggressive. They're being more confident in their swing, and it's definitely paying off as we see runners in scoring position within the first two innings already.
This is Hannah Smith, the next hitter for Baylor. She'll come to the plate with 1 out. Teammates Taylor Ellis at second base and Zadie LaValle at first. Tries to bunt and pushes it back foul off the net. Hannah Smith, one of the seniors who will be recognized on Senior Day today. Out of Nederland High School on the Golden Triangle. Pitch bunts to third. Play will be at third base. Got the force there, not the double play. But quick decision by Camille Corona to turn and throw to the shortstop Parker, covering at third to retire the lead runner.
Yeah, really great heads-up play there. Great bunt by Hannah Smith, doing her job, getting that sack bunt down, but just a really great read to be able to turn around and make that play at third.
So Smith aboard on the fielder's choice. Here is Lou Gilbert to the plate. Gilbert hit by a pitch her first time up today. So we've been through the lineup once as Baylor bats in the bottom of the second inning. No score, Baylor and Texas. Texas 11th in the nation in the NFCA coaches poll, 14th in the nation in the ESPN.com USA softball poll. Softball America poll, they're number 12. RPI is what really matters the most. They're 12th in the most recent RPI.
Yeah, they're definitely hoping, and by the way they're playing this weekend, they're playing for that host spot and that top 16 seeds.
Pitch to Gilbert, sends it into center field. Rhodes started back, now comes in, makes the catch, and that is the to everybody. Jordan, you said your mom's used to usually at a game somewhere watching you play.
Absolutely.
Has been the norm.
Yeah, all these moms sacrifice so much for these softballers or any athletes really, but really special to be able to recognize them. Really sweet moment today. The Baylor senior moms got to introduce them in the lineup, and so that was a really fun and sweet for the girls to get.
That was a very nice touch on
really
Mother's Day.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I loved it.
No, I haven't either. I thought that was very good. Very creative by our fan engagement staff.
Yes, love it.
Here's Janae Jefferson leads off. Single in the first. Tied her for the UT career hits lead. 254 career hits. Looking to move past Brigé Washington, who has had the record. Set it between 2011 and 2014. G. Rodoni would like to keep it at just that one hit today, allowed to Janae Jefferson. 1-1 pitch from Rodoni. And it misses low, ball 2. Jordan, you're not a mom, but you are engaged. That's big news. Congratulations to you.
Thank
and
you.
Andrew
Thank
on
you.
that.
Yes, Andrew was such a fan of you meeting you yesterday. He really spoke highly of John the rest of the evening.
No, well, let's be honest. He just wanted to do the job,
That's
right?
true.
He wanted to take the headset and do play-by-play.
Yes, that is very true.
There's called strike 2. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jefferson. But November 13th, I think, is the date for the wedding.
That is the
so
date.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We're
excited for y'all.
Thank you. We are very excited, and having to teach Andrew all the softball things is no easy chore, but slowly but surely.
Chopper off the glove of Radoni, gets under the glove of Hott into center field. I think that's going to be ruled a hit for Janae Jefferson. And the Texas fans recognize that. She has just become the career hits leader at the University of Texas. Big smile on her face.
Absolutely.
2 for 2 start to the day, and she's got the career hits record.
Yeah, congratulations to her. That's such a huge, monumental feat that athletes won't probably come near for a while.
Wow. Nice. They gave her the ball that she hit to set the school record. That'll be put in a safe place in the dugout. So Janae Jefferson having a weekend against the Lady Bears, and now a UT record-setting weekend as well. She is 6 for 10 against Baylor on the weekend. 2 for 2 today.
Wow.
Two-time All-American Janae Jefferson aboard at first. Here's Shannon Rhodes. Rhodes the sack bunt, her first time up today.
Fun fact would be Janae used to come to Baylor camps.
Oh.
And she was on one of, I'm dating myself now, but she was on one of the summer teams that I coached, and just a lot of fun, worked so hard, and you love to see just good things happen for her.
How about that? That's a great connection. Kudos to the Texas fans that are here. They were on top of it with that record hit.
That's awesome.
There's Janae at first base. This will also get us some time on the Longhorn Network, Jordan.
Oh,
so we can look forward to that this week.
There we go.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back off the bat of Shannon Rhodes. Texas team hitting .358 coming into the weekend. That is on a school record pace by a wide margin. Their school record for team batting average in a season, .333.
Wow.
Set in 2014. Very good, 25 points above that, at least at the start of the weekend they were.
Yeah, that is impressive. And I believe yesterday you said they were top 3 in the country. So
Number 3 in the country, right.
We had 2 Big 12 schools in the top 3 of team batting average, which
How about that?
is really awesome for this conference.
And with that last score you gave us from Stillwater, Oklahoma's extending that team batting average today. Up 11-8 last we heard. Runner is going, throw is off target. Janae Jefferson has stolen second base. Shows the speed there of Jefferson. She's 11 of 12 in stolen bases on the year, team leader in that category. Chopper foul as Rhodes stays alive. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Texas center fielder.
Looks like the sun's coming out to play just a little bit today, finally.
Perfect, perfect.
Might increase the humidity though. I feel the mugginess.
That's right. Here's the 1-2. It's grounded past short into center field. Jefferson rounding third. Here comes the throw. It is high, and Jefferson slides in safely. First run of the day for the Longhorns. Jefferson scampers home from second on the RBI single by Shannon Rhodes. Rhodes moves to second on the throw to the plate.
Yeah, and Rhodes has had a great weekend too. She was 2 for 2 on Friday, had that big RBI just now. I think if Hannah Smith pulls that throw down just a tad, we have a close play at the plate there.
We've seen some outstanding defensive assists from the outfield for Baylor. Here's a hot shot past a drawn-in McGlon. into right field. That off the bat of Lauren Burke. First pitch she sees. So Texas starting to string some hits together here. Burke aboard at first, runners on the corners. A run home for a 1-0 Texas lead in the third. I'll get Brittany Sneed-Newman out of the Baylor dugout to talk to Gia Rodoni.
Looks like Coach Moore is coming out as well to talk to the infield.
Glenn Moore in his 21st season at Baylor. 802 wins in his Baylor coaching career. Most of any coach in Baylor history. It's great to have Glenn here. He had a medical procedure on Thursday. Did not go with the team to Austin on Friday, but back out yesterday and today with some pretty strict orders to stay in the dugout.
Yeah, and I think that conversation with the middle infielders right there is going to be mostly that he's wanting to see the middle's layout, even on a ball that is maybe not catchable, but that's going to be the energy, the effort that your team needs, and just the chance to catch it, really. I've been on the other side of that conversation multiple times, and Texas is really doing a great job of finding the holes right now, but you also have to have your infielders just lay out if there's any type of chance that they could stop that ball and stop a run ultimately.
Brings up Mary Iacopo. His first one nearly decapitates Taylor Ellis at third base. That was a shot that fouled down the left field line. Iacopo flew out to center field her first time up today, 1 for 6 on the weekend for the Texas catcher. Bats here with nobody out, runners on the corners for the Longhorns. Sends this one into the air to right field. Going back is Bauer. She's got a play on the warning track. Makes the catch, but tagging and scoring easily from third is Shannon Rhodes. Sac fly off the bat of Mary Iacopo puts Texas up 2-0 on Baylor.
Great job there, just getting the ball up. Great job by Josie Bauer getting the ball in, getting behind it, really getting it in quickly, and keeping Lauren Burke at first.
Now Burke remains at first base, now 1 out. Here is Taylor Ellsworth. Ellsworth, a senior, out of Georgetown High School. Update on Baylor baseball and Kansas State playing at Baylor Ballpark behind us now. 6-0 Bears, bottom of the 5th inning. Baylor looking to win the series if they take this game today. It would be 4 consecutive series victories for Coach Steve Rodriguez and the Bears.
Yeah, they have been playing really well. Super fun to see them just get on a streak and roll with it, especially towards the end of the season going into postseason.
One to Ellsworth is up high, ball 2. So Texas has broken through with 2 runs here in the third. Still batting, runner at first, 1 out. It's a 2-0 lead for the Longhorns. Baylor has yet to score on the weekend. Shut out 8-0 on Friday, 6-0 yesterday. But the Bears bats have shown some life today in their first 2 at-bats.
Yes, they've shown a lot more life today, a lot more aggression, and really hoping they can get some runs on the board and get a win today.
3-1 the count on Taylor Ellsworth. Pitch by Rodoni. This one's sent into the air, deep left field. Going back is Gilbert, and that is gone. Home run, Taylor Ellsworth, a 2-run shot, and Texas has put 4 on the board here in the third inning for a 4-0 lead. Home run number 7 on the season for Taylor Ellsworth.
She's been swinging the bat really well all weekend. Really pretty swing, taking that over left center wall.
So the bases are clear with 1 out. Here's Colleen Sullivan, the designated player, to the plate. facing Gia Radoni. th home run given up by Radoni on the season. That's in 134 in the third innings. Fly ball left field. Gilbert camps under it, makes the catch. That's the second out in the third.
Now batting the shortstop, number 9.
So Mackenzie Parker will bat, 2 down. But again, 4 runs home for Texas here in the third inning. Started with that Janae Jefferson chopper over the circle into center field. Shannon Rhodes a single to center. Fly ball to left field. Gilbert drifts back, makes the catch, and that is the inning. But a 4-run third for Texas. Middle of the third, our new score. Texas from behind again, trailing by those 4 runs. But again, Baylor has had 2 runners on each of their first 2 at-bats today against Shea O'Leary, and stranded both of those runners, both innings. So they are getting some opportunities, just need to finish them off and get them home and cut into what is now a 4-0 Texas lead.
Yeah, and this is a great place to start with Emily Hott leading off. She's been a great hitter for the Bears and had a great hit earlier into right field.
2 for 7 on the weekend is Emily Hott. Now facing Shea O'Leary in the circle for UT. Fouled away off to the left side. You mentioned Elish, who Texas and Texas fans were really counting on to be their number 1, their mainstay pitcher this season, opted not to play this year. That was a big loss to their roster.
It really was, and I feel like nobody really knew what to expect from Texas coming out of that loss, but they started out the season on a tear, and were top 10 for a majority of the season, and slightly hit a lull here recently, but they have really done a great job of staying a strong team. Their offense has been incredible, and these pitchers that aren't Elish have stepped up and really carried this team as well.
Now we're seeing Shea O'Leary for the second time this weekend. Molly Jacobson yesterday pitched very well. Complete game shutout for Texas. This is grounded, gloved at third by Corona. Nice play at the hot corner, and she'll retire Emily Hott 5-3.
Yeah, that is such a tough play. Really great piece of hitting there by Emily. That's just bad luck for her.
There's another look at it. That gets there in a hurry. Gloved cleanly by Camille Corona. 1 down in the inning, first inning, in which Baylor has not put their leadoff hitter on base. There's Goose McGlawn to the plate. Fouled out on a bunt attempt, her first time up today. Fouls this one straight back, didn't miss much on that one. It's a ball and a strike to Goose McGlawn.
Goose is one of our 8 seniors today, and you'd love to see her just get a hold of one and go out of Getterman with a bang. She's been a little quiet this weekend.
Looking for her first hit against Texas on the weekend. There's a called strike. You mentioned the moms introduced the seniors today, and Goose's mom added, and Goose is not the name on her birth certificate.
It's a good clarification. I'm sure the people
That's
want to
right.
know.
I'm trying to remember her real first name.
It's Shelby.
There you go, Shelby. That's right. That's right.
My understanding is Goose was her favorite childhood story time, maybe
Right.
Goodnight Goose or something along those lines, and it stuck. And it stuck hard. Like, people
Yes,
call
it
her
has.
that.
To the point that I forgot her name was Shelby.
Yeah. She's 22, 23 years old,
Yeah.
and people call her Goose.
How about that?
And she loves it.
Yeah, she goes into the work world after this. Is she
Yeah.
going to stay Goose, or is she going to go back to Shelby?
We'll have to follow up. We'll bring her on next season just to find
Yeah.
out.
She wants to go into coaching, doesn't she?
Yeah. She just finished her master's degree and will be coaching and teaching, hopefully this time next year.
Gets a piece of that one, fouls it. And Iacopa can't hold on to it, so Goose still alive with a 1-2 count. 1 out, bottom of the third. Baylor trailing 4-0 to Texas. Misses inside, ball 2. For whatever reason, Iacopa behind the plate, just as the pitch is about to be thrown, slaps her mitt.
Very authoritatively.
Yes. it sounds like the ball hitting the mitt, but obviously the pitcher hadn't thrown it yet. But she does it every pitch.
Yeah.
I think every pitch, right before the pitcher delivers. I wonder where that started.
Yeah, it seems a little painful though. Like you wonder, is your hand okay?
There it is, right there. Yeah, she's hitting it hard. McGlon fouls it out of play again, staying alive at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, great at bat here by Goose. You can just see it in her stance and her just posture. She is really wanting to hit this at bat.
Staying alive, Fallon pitches off, 2-2, swinging strike 3. McGlon goes down. She battled for 11 pitches, but finally strikes out. That's the second out here in the third. See if we can find Brian Davis. Brian, athletic communications for UT. As Aaliyah Benford bats for Baylor. See if he knows the history of Iacopa slapping her glove before every pitch. It is not the Brian Davis that writes for the Austin American Statesman.
Only John Morris would know that.
Benford struck out her first time up against Shea O'Leary. It's high, but it's called strike 2. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Aaliyah Benford. Two down, the base is clear. Check swing, pops it up right side. Janae Jefferson has it, and those seeds beginning to become clarified today. We know as of yesterday, Texas will be the 3 seed. As for the Longhorns, J.J. Smith leads off this 4th inning. Texas will be the 3 seed. Baylor will be the 4 seed. We now know Oklahoma, the regular season champs, and the #1 seed as they knock off Oklahoma State today, 11-8, and take that Bedlam series 2-1.
Yeah, that was a wild series, and it was Friday, Saturday scores were both 4-6, and then today it was just offensive showdown. So many home runs, and OU just came out on top.
So Oklahoma, the #1 team in the nation, dropped 1 game, the series opener to Oklahoma State. Wins Saturday and Sunday, and take the Big 12 championship. Is that, help me, 7 in a row, 8 in a row for Oklahoma?
Oh, it's more than that.
Is
They call it a decade of dominance.
Wow.
So I think
I'm shortchanging them then.
we'll get the numbers on that soon. But
a great year for Oklahoma State,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Cowgirls will finish #2 in the league. They handed OU's what is right now only their 2nd loss of the season. So great year for Kenny Gajewski and Oklahoma State. Baylor is the #4 seed, will be in the pool with top seed Oklahoma in Oklahoma City. It's a full count now on J.J. Smith, the first baseman for Texas.
it was their 9th regular season in a row. So you
9th.
went far. I
Okay.
thought it was
All right.
at least 10. But
Thank you for that. How about that? That is a run.
that is.
3-2 by Rodoni. Just outside. LaValle framed it. Taylor Ellis looking in from third. Thought that was strike 3, but instead it's ball 4 and a walk to J.J. Smith, leading off the 4th inning.
Yeah, really close call there and a bold take.
Yeah, very much so. You've got to have a lot of confidence in your eye to take that pitch.
Beginning the pitch in for Texas, number 25, Caitlin Washington.
Caitlin Washington will come in and bat for Camille Corona. So saw Washington pinch hit yesterday as well. And a pinch runner for UT at first base as well. That is Carly Ratcliffe will run at first base.
20 is running
And
for
in the run for Texas.
So Washington, the batter. Seen one UT school record already fall today. Washington is on the verge of one herself. She has 47 doubles in her career. The school record is 48, held by Jody Reeves. She set that between 1997 and 2000.
Wow, that record has stood for a long time.
A long time,
Yeah.
20 years, 21 years. Ratcliffe, the runner at first base for UT. In the fourth inning, with nobody out. Off-speed pitch, big swing and a miss by Washington. She's down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch number 65 on the day coming from Gia Radoni. Fouled away. Radoni went the distance, got the loss on Friday night in Austin. Game shortened to 6 innings with an 8-0 Texas win. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, swings away, and that is strike 3. Washington goes down swinging.
Really big out there for Gia. Nice job.
Strikeout number 3 on the day by Gia Radoni in 3 1/3 innings. Back to the top of the order, and Janae Jefferson. Jefferson, who became UT's career hits leader. Her last at bat is 2 for 2 on the day, and we mentioned 6 for 10 on the weekend against Baylor.
Yeah, she's really shown out this weekend and gets a trophy now for being the career hits leader. So really special weekend for her.
And batter awaits. 0-1 pitch grounded under the glove of Radoni. They'll get the force at second base. Nice smooth move by Benford at shortstop.
Yeah, nice job by the middles there. It looks like Emily might have had a tough time getting it. She might have caught it outside the glove, but she held on to it and got the out.
So that erases J.J. Smith from the base paths. Janae Jefferson on the fielder's choice is on at first. And here is Shannon Rhodes with 2 down in the inning. First pitch, down low, ball 1 to Rhodes, who is 1 for 1 on the day. Had a sac bunt in the first inning.
That's right.
RBI single in the third. And I said J.J. Smith retired at second base on that fielder's choice. It was Ratcliffe, the pinch runner. Jefferson is running again. Close play, but she has stolen second base. Got on Mother's Day of JC and Ty around their mom, Janice.
Yes, they live out here at the ballpark, and Janice is just so wonderful. She's like a mom to all these student athletes on the team, and just takes such good care of all of them, including Coach Moore.
Exactly. You know, she doesn't have the title of assistant coach or anything.
Right.
But boy, she really is.
Right.
And not just JC and Ty, but they've got some other kids in their household as well. So very, very, very open and very giving in the Glenn and Janice Moore household.
Yes.
There's a shot over short into left center field. Josie Bauer, the hit. Thought about 2, now has to hurry back to first base. Slides back in safely. But Bauer opens the 4th inning with a sharp single to left center.
Yeah, great shot there by Josie. She's had some hard hit balls this weekend, and they just haven't been falling. So now's a great time to start that comeback with the leadoff spot and a great shot. Great job.
Well, 3 out of 4 innings today, Baylor has put their leadoff hitter aboard, including here in the 4th. So Taylor Ellis bats with 1 on, nobody out. Ellis 1 for 1 on the day. Single to left on her senior day. This one's hit hard but foul, wide of third. .320 average now for Taylor Ellis. We mentioned earlier the versatile Taylor Ellis. She has played short, she's caught. She's playing third this year for the most part. She's done all of those exceptionally well. Here's a grounder to short, to second for 1. The relay in time for the double play. So the bases are clear as Ellis hits into the 6-4-3 double play. Just like that, 2 down, and Sydney Callazos to the plate.
Nice play there by the Texas defense. Quick turn by Janae Jefferson. Great effort by Taylor, just couldn't quite make it.
Taylor tried the head-first slide to try to beat the relay throw. Callazos pops this one into center field. That is a can of corn for Shannon Rhodes in center. Baylor gone in the 4th, on to the 5th inning, 4-0. Texas leads Baylor. Innings. Here comes Texas to bat in the 5th. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Longhorns, leading 4-0 over Baylor. It's Lauren Burke who leads off for Texas against Gia Radoni. Pops this one up, maybe a play, and it is by Lou Gilbert, sliding in foul territory to make the catch.
Really great hustle play out there by Lou. She had a little bit of flash to it as well.
She did, great play.
Fancy slide out there.
Huh. Well done by Lou Gilbert. Tip of the cap in left field. Out number 1 in the 5th inning. Another look at it. Had to run a long way. That'll bring up Mary Iacopo, the catcher for Texas. Sac fly to right, her last time up. 0 for 1 on the day. Iacopo shows bunt in the right-hand batter's box. Now pulls the bat back, swings away. It's a fly to right, it's deep. Bauer is back, and that is gone. Home run, Mary Iacopo. It's the 2nd home run today by the Longhorns and extends their lead to 5-0.
We knew they hit home runs, just haven't really seen them until today. That is Mary's 15th on the season. That ties her for the lead with Shannon Rhodes for the team high of home runs. A lot of production coming from those 2 players.
Home runs 71 and 72 on the year for Texas. Again, on the school record pace there. It's 5-0 Texas. On the solo homer by Iacopo, here's Taylor Ellsworth. She homered. 2-run shot to left center her last time up. Ellsworth with 7 home runs herself is 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch misses inside from Gia Radoni.
Yeah, and Coach Moore mentioned Gia's performance. She's done great today, but with this Texas offense and the power they have and the numbers they have, your offense just has to score. So you have to really expect Texas to score and then to keep up with those in turn.
That ball's going to fall in front of Lou Gilbert in left field. Base hit for Ellsworth. So runner aboard with 1 down, a run home in the 5th inning for Texas. Here is Colleen Sullivan.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter. It looks like MK Tedder coming into the game.
Tedder we saw yesterday as a pinch hitter as well. Reached on an error and scored in the 7th inning.
Tedder is one of these Texas seniors.
So the umpires are going to get together about something out there. Not sure what they're talking about.
It's looking like something with the lineup.
Right.
Just not quite sure what.
Ellsworth is aboard at first base. She just singled to left. They didn't bat out of order, I don't think.
No.
Tedder is standing out there to pinch hit for Colleen Sullivan. Well, got to call her out. I need an explanation on this one. So Ellsworth is now erased from the base paths. Not much of an argument from Coach Mike White in the third base coaching box, but we'll see if we can get an explanation on that. You know, the way they keep looking at the lineup, my guess would be batting out of order, but according to the order we have, they were right. And they're still talking about it, still looking at it. Our home plate umpire, Chad Steers, and head coach Mike White for Texas.
Now Sullivan will take this at bat, not MK Tedder.
Not Tedder, okay. And shows 1 out on the scoreboard. It should be 2, I think, because Ellsworth is not on the base paths. So I think it should be 2 outs. And it's Sullivan batting. So Colleen Sullivan, MK Tedder went up there to pinch hit for her, but now Sullivan comes back out. Oh, okay. So we're told that Ellsworth wasn't re-entered correctly. Here's a grounder to third. Taylor Ellsworth by Ratcliffe. Then you have to re-enter her back to the lineup. That was not done properly. So that was the discussion. That was the out. And so it took away a hit from, from Taylor Ellsworth and shortened that inning for Gia Rodoni. So that's the explanation on that. And we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Shea O'Leary pitching a shutout for Texas. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Baylor. And we do have an answer on Mary Iacopo slapping her glove behind the plate before every pitch. Just wondering the origin of that. And Brian Davis, Athletic Communications for UT, comes in to explain. Basically, she's always done that. This year, it's a little more forceful. It really does sound like a pitch hitting her glove. See right there, she slaps her glove before every pitch. LaValle lifts a fly into left field. Caught there by Burke. That is out number 1 in the 5th inning. Now, could you make a case, probably not, that it's distracting to the hitter?
I would think so in some circumstances, yeah.
But maybe no more so than all the chatter that goes on, I don't know. But something like that, I mean, it gets our attention up here, and certainly would get the attention of the batter.
Yeah, the proximity to the batter, right, is so much closer. And so if you're hearing something.
Got a pinch hitter for Baylor, Alyssa Avalos. One of the seniors will get an at bat here in the 5th inning. 1 out, nobody on. Alyssa Avalos at the plate. Kind of a half swing at that one. It's strike 1.
Couldn't quite decide if she wanted that one.
Avalos got a pinch hit late innings yesterday. Takes that one, called strike 2. She's down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes to Shea O'Leary. Top of the order, Lou Gilbert waits on deck. Senior recognition following the game today for Baylor softball. It's a grounder past third. That's a fair ball. Avalos will turn the corner and come back to first base. Burke did a good job to get that one back in quickly. but a pinch hit single right down the line into left field.
Yeah, you love to see that. It just stayed fair. Got past Camille Corona at third base there.
So Avalos, a pinch hit single, hit number 5 on the day by the Lady Bears, or just 4 hits on the day for Baylor. Brings up Lou Gilbert. Lou hit by a pitch her first time up. Caught her on the face mask on the front of the helmet. Then flied out to center field her second time up. Avalos at first base. Called strike to Gilbert. Avalos, one of the seniors, who'll be recognized post-game along with Gia Rodoni, Hannah Smith, Taylor Ellis, Hannah Thompson, Nikki Dawson, Goose McGlon, and Madison Kettler. Kettler is out, not available, like Nikki Dawson with an injury. Fly ball into the gap in left center. That one's chased down by Shannon Rhodes for out number 2 in the 5th.
Second baseman, number 4, Emily Hunt.
Yeah, Shannon Rhodes was quick to track that ball down. Nice piece of hitting by Gilbert. Really nice defensive play in return.
Thought that one might find the gap, but well done by Rhodes to cover the gap. Here's Emily Hott to the plate. Hott 1 for 2 on the day. We've had a major change in the score at Baylor Ballpark. Last we told you it was 6-0 Baylor leading Kansas State. Now it is 17-0 Baylor leading K-State. Oh man, they just played a 40-minute half inning over there, and Baylor's up the lead to 17-0.
Oh my goodness.
Second 17-run game for Baylor this weekend in baseball. They won 17-2 on Friday night. Lost 10-3 yesterday to K-State. It sounds like a blowout. It was 3-3 going to the ninth.
Oh, wow.
A 7-run ninth inning by Kansas State yesterday.
Sounds like somewhat of a lopsided series.
It does, one way or the other. 3-0 the count on Hott. Grounds this one to second. Jefferson to first for the out, and that is the inning. Baylor strands a runner through. Now the second baseman for Baylor, and there is Hannah Thompson behind the plate. Baylor down 5-0. As we reach the 6th inning. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Texas.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter.
And a pinch hitter coming up for UT.
Jordan Whitaker, number 5.
So Whitaker will bat for Mackenzie Parker.
Now hitting for Texas, number 5.
And it's Gia Rodoni remaining in the circle for Baylor. Whitaker, freshman out of Jacksonville High School. Jordan. 1-0 pitch by Rodoni. It's grounded to short. Benford the throw, the stretch by McGlon. Almost too much of a stretch there. But that is out number 1. They retire the pinch hitter, Jordan Whitaker. Batter now is J.J. Smith for Texas. Smith on the day has been on base twice. She's officially 0 for 1, reached on an error, and has walked. JJ, given name Jaden. She's a freshman from Rosenberg, George Ranch High School. Facing the senior, Gia Rodoni. What a career by Gia Rodoni. It's not over. Baylor has the postseason to go, but her last appearance here at Getterman Stadium. What a career.
Yeah, Gia has been resilient throughout her entire career. She's had some tough hurdles to overcome, some injuries, a pandemic, and here she still is, just firing away and such a leader for this team.
So a shot into the gap in left center field. That will one-hop the wall. Gilbert gets it back in quickly, holding Smith to a long single. Hit number 9 on the day for the Longhorns. J.J. Smith aboard at first base. And now the 9-hole hitter, as Camille Corona is back in. She will hit, freshman from Dripping Springs. Remember, Caitlin Washington hit for her last time up. First pitch is low and away, ball 1 to Camille Corona. Big 12 tournament taking shape. Top 4 seeds at least are in place now, maybe more than that. Which is fouled away off the bat of Corona. That is a fun couple of days of very high quality softball in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, for everyone involved, family, friends, fans, the teams themselves, just to be able to see all of the conference on display and playing each other. It's a really fun, competitive environment.
Liner pass to diving Aaliyah Benford. Gilbert charges, tries to get the force at second base, but that is a single to left field off the bat of Corona. So 2 on for Texas now with 1 out in the 6th inning. Back to the top of the order, and Janae Jefferson. Janae Jefferson, big day today for the Longhorns, officially 2 for 3. Grounds this one wide of first base. If you've never been there and you wonder how they get all the games in 2 days for the Big 12 tournament, they got the main field, and then they've got these auxiliary fields that are available there. They certainly put those into use for the Big 12 tournament. And yet to be seen, which field Baylor will be on as they open tournament play as the number 4 seed on Friday.
Yeah, and it's just a small taste of what the Women's College World Series would be like, as they're played on those same fields. And so really, if you think about it, it's a slight advantage for Big 12 teams that would be able to compete there and then hopefully get there with the World Series too.
I've always thought that. I thought it's great to be on that field and know the area and know everything for the Big 12 schools who are good enough and fortunate enough to advance to the Women's College World Series. Ground out to second by Janae Jefferson. That's a big out to get her out. Runners move up a base. So now J.J. Smith at third. Camille Corona at second. This is Shannon Rhodes at the plate for UT. Rhodes, a senior out of Fort Worth Brewer High School, transfer from the University of Oregon. She is 1 for 2 with a sac bunt, a run scored today, an RBI. Very productive day already for Shannon Rhodes out of the 2-hole. She bats with 2 on and 2 out in the 6th. Gia Rodoni trying to keep it at a 5-0 deficit for the Lady Bears. Pitch is popped up, shallow right. Emily Hott comes in, makes the catch, and bullpen down the right field line. This one skied to left field, playable there for Lauren Burke. Burke makes the catch. That'll retire Goose McGlon, and that is the first out in the 6th inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 41,
It's really getting out of hand at Baylor Ballpark. It's now 22-0. Baylor leading Kansas State, 22-0.
Yeah, that's a lot of runs. That's a lot of baseball.
Exactly. There is a curfew today for K-State's travel, and it probably can't come soon enough.
Yeah.
Grounder by Benford to third. Corona the throw across the diamond, and that is out number 2. I believe the 7th inning is where they are, and a 22-0 lead for Baylor. That's baseball. So could they share some runs with softball today? Does that work?
You would like it to, for sure. Yeah, this Baylor offense has really just struggled all weekend. Texas has clearly done a great job with their scouting report and coming right at these hitters. And
it's Josie Bauer to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Showed you Aaron in the stands over on the third base side. That is Josie's brother, her older brother. Travels with her parents to most of the games. There he is. He is tapped in. And he really is. He is really one of the best fans this team has. Earlier in the season, Baylor wore blue ribbons in their hair. That series at BYU in honor of Aaron Bauer. Fly ball to left field, and how about that grab by Lauren Burke? And that's how the inning ends. Bauer robbed by Burke in left field. Baylor. Fly ball off the bat of Josie Bauer, and Lauren Burke in to make the catch. Umpire right there to make the call, and that's the kind of day it's been. Baylor being shut out for the 3rd straight game today on 4 hits. They'll have one more at bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Texas, top of the 7th. Burke leading off against Gia Rodoni. It's one of those things that happens, seems like an inordinate amount of time. Player makes a great defensive play to end an inning, and they lead off the next half inning.
yeah,
Isn't it funny how many times that happens?
it is. Softball's a very, funny game. Funny is a good word for it. Lauren actually played first base for Texas for a majority of the season, and outfield is her home, and where she was recruited to Oregon to be an outfielder, but Texas needed her at first for a little bit, so it's good to see her back in her happy place out in the green.
Well, it's obvious she can play very well out there. Gia Rodoni delivers, 2-0 pitch. Sent foul just beyond the seats down the left field line. Alyssa Hayes, one of our workers down there, is, well, she's very pregnant. She is due very soon, and they had a shower for her, a baby shower here in the press box last weekend.
Oh,
Isn't that
so
nice?
sweet. Yeah. Well, happy Mother's Day to her.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. She is in a seated position, which is a good thing. Working down there.
Yeah, probably not moving much.
84 degrees and humid.
Yeah.
3-1 the count to Lauren Burke. This one's hit hard into the gap in right center. That one short hops the wall, hot. Gets the ball back into Benford, but a lead-off double by Burke here in the 7th inning. Pinch hitter coming up for UT. This is London Martyr to the plate. M-A-R-D-E-R, London Martyr. Batting from Mary Iacopo, who homered her last time up. 2 home runs on the day by Texas. London Martyr out of Humble, Tascasita High School. 1-0 pitch popped up in the infield. Benford is calling. She'll make the catch. And that's the first out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting for Texas, number 12, Bailey Williams.
Another pinch hitter, Bailey Williams will hit, a freshman from Murrieta, California. So Bailey Williams will bat in the spot previously occupied by Taylor Ellsworth.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Mike White is just trying to get as many players as at bats as he can. They've got a comfortable lead at this point. They're secured their place in third, and he's ready to just use them all at this point.
It's always good. Get at bats
Yeah.
for those on the bench when you can.
Yeah, this is a good time.
Bailey Williams bats with 1 out and a runner at second base. 12th game in which she's seen action this year. 1 for 8 on the season for Bailey Williams.
You don't feel for it, you hit it, Bailey. Let's go. Come on.
Left-hand batter facing the righty Giordoni. Sends this one to left field. Gilbert is there, makes the catch. Quick throw back into second base. That is out number 2 here in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting, number 11, Alyssa Washington.
Now we'll see Alyssa Washington to the plate. Washington, a freshman from Abilene. Batting in the spot previously occupied by Colleen Sullivan. And for a brief moment by TK Tedder. MK Tedder. So Alyssa Washington pops this one up, foul ground. Ellis coming on, makes the catch. And that is the inning. Lead on horns over Baylor. 5-0, Texas leads. No runs on 5 hits for Baylor, 1 error. 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors for Texas. Baylor still looking to cross home plate for the first time this weekend. Taylor Ellis leads off. Ellis sends this one into left field. First pitch she sees, Burke makes easy work of that one. First out in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 15.
Sydney Callazos will bat.
Callazos.
Baylor with 5 hits on the day, all singles. They've had 11 hits in the series over the weekend. And 10 of those 11 have been singles. Lou Gilbert had a double on Friday night. That's the only extra base hit. And again, Baylor has been shut out so far all 3 games.
Yeah, really slow weekend for this Baylor offense, and you can almost guess exactly where Coach Moore is probably going to hit hard on this week, moving into postseason play. A lot of offense, a lot of different pitching looks and styles and practice, and just a lot of time in the cages is what I would anticipate for this Baylor offense moving forward.
Pitching really for Baylor has not been bad. I mean, this
Yeah.
Texas team hitting-wise, offensively, the number 3 hitting team in the country.
Yeah.
Second best in the Big 12.
Yeah, you almost have to expect them to score. Just so you got to keep up, really.
Callazos grounds out to third. Baylor down to their final out in the bottom of the 7th.
In the backfield, Lady Bears,
Hannah
number
Thompson
13.
came in defensively last inning behind the plate. Now we'll get her first at bat of the day. Hannah Thompson to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. With 2 outs and nobody on, Baylor trailing 5-0. Pitch grounded to short. Gloved by Parker. The throw over, and that is the ball game. Texas wins over Baylor as the Lady Bears go in order in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jordan, really a dominating weekend by Texas in this series over the Lady Bears.
Yeah, Texas did a great job in the circle, at the plate. Really did a nice job of passing the bat as an offense. We didn't see the home